Hi first graders, this week we're going to learn about being an author. Okay, an author is someone who provides both a good and a service. The authors give the service of writing the story, and then when it's made into a book, you can buy it and it's a good because it's something you can hold and touch. So once it's a book, that means it's something you can purchase. Okay, so authors imagine stories. They think of ideas in their head. They imagine it. So they're thinking of what they want the story to be, of the characters, the plot, the setting. Okay. So they come up with different kinds of characters. And you guys are going to try to write your own book, and I want you to imagine your own character. Authors write both fiction and nonfiction. Nonfiction are stories that are real. Like if you read a book about sharks, they're giving you facts about sharks. Or they can write stories that are fiction. Fiction means made up. And writers often come up with a lot of different ideas or drafts. Okay? So we're going to talk about a famous author named Laura Numeroff. And she wrote that if you give a blank series, Nellie's going to show us some of the books that she wrote. She wrote, If You Give a Pancake, If You Take a Mouse to the Movies, If You Give a Moose a Muffin, If You Give a Mouse a Brownie, If You Give a Dog a Donut, and If You Take a Mouse to School. So we're about to meet some famous authors that are kind of similar to Laura Numeroff. Are you ready to go meet the famous authors? Okay, let's go. Hi friends, I'm at the door of the awesome authors. I can't wait to see what they wrote. I heard that they just came out with a new book. So let's see what it is. I'm so excited. Come in. Okay, here we go. Oh, look, they're very busy coming up with some ideas. Okay, I'm going to go ask them some questions because I'm really excited about this. Hey guys, did you just finish writing a new book?
Yes.
Oh, can I see it? Wow, this looks exciting. Let's go ahead and read it together. So they came up with If You Give Zeus a Chewy Bone by Kevin and Nellie. If you give Zeus a chewy bone, he'll want to show it to Bunny. He's saying, look, Bunny. Then he'll want to play with Bunny outside. He's saying, let's go. Being outside will make him want to go for a walk. So you'll have to take him for one. He's saying, I love walks. On the walk, a neighbor will give him a treat. Eating the treat will remind him of his chewy bone. The neighbor saying, here, Zeus. You'll have to go home so he can eat his chewy bone. He's saying, That's the end of the story. Wow, that is a really, really good story, guys. I loved hearing that. That was wonderful. Did you have to write several drafts of that story?
We did.
Yeah, it probably took a while to come up with that. So, is this story fiction or nonfiction? Is it true or is it made up?
Fiction.
Fiction. Oh, I love fiction. How did you come up with the character in this story?
With some help from my assistant, so we made a story map.
Oh, wow, this is so cool. So look, they came up with a story map. So it shows if you give Zeus a chewy And then the arrow goes down. He's going to show it to Bunny. Then he wants to go outside. Then he wants to go for a walk. Then he wants to get a treat. And then he comes back to, he'll want his chewy bone. Wow, what a good idea for organizing your ideas to make a story map. I love that. That's a really great way to help you imagine a story. So you guys did me the service of writing this book. And now, since the book is all published, it's a good. And I would like to purchase your book. How much are you selling this book for?
How about $10?
Oh, wow. I just happen to have $10. Here you go. I love it. And last question, was there an author that inspired you guys to write about this?
Yes, like Laura Numeroff.
Oh, wow. What were some of the books that she wrote?
If you give a dog a donut,
Oh,
if you give a moose a muffin, and if you give a pig a pancake.
oh, that's so cool. That's a really great way to get an idea to write a story. So first graders, what I want you to do is I want you to write your own book, and then I want you to sell it to your family. Okay, so you have the whole week to write a book, and you can use some ideas like Laura Numeroff and try to think of a story map where you have a character and the character really wants something. Like the pig really wants a pancake, or Zeus really wants his chewy bone. You can come up with kind of a cartoon or a comic, sort of like Fly Guy, if you'd like to write a story like that. Or you can come up with any story. Maybe you want to write about your pet or an experience that you've had, and you can kind of add some details. You can add speech bubbles, but I want you to think of characters and the setting and then the plot. Think about what's going to happen, okay? All right, I look forward to hearing your stories.